Check it out one time.
Great morning, Truth Nation.
Oh,
Welcome.
you're late.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna leave you alone. I know that bothers you.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, we have a producer, so we have to go, by how he says. And if it's 7:01, Homer in here like, we late. Oh, we late. And you don't do that physically, but I know you're screaming on the inside.
Yeah. I am. Because I'm just, as we have been doing this show, it's like, when that music hit, blam, great morning, energy. So, but I'm adjusting.
Xavier, you okay back there?
I'm adjusting.
I'm feeling good.
You feeling good?
Yeah.
All right. Homer's the only one that's just losing it.
Just a creature of habit.
Yes, he is very much a creature of. We radio types tend to be
Absolutely.
when it comes to certain things.
When you're program director, it's like, look, it's like with breaks and all that. That's why I be like, hey.
Yeah.
But yeah, great morning, Truth Nation. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We are broadcasting live from the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Homer Blow, along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman.
So,
Homer, it's okay. We were on time. Nobody's sitting there. Well, R and Kawanda may be sitting there looking at the clock, saying it's 7:01. But pretty much everybody else is like, all right, we good.
Okay. I'm adjusting.
Oh, boy, I tell you.
Yeah, hashtag that part. Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, how you doing? All right. How are you doing this morning, Bailey?
I'm great. Blessed and highly favored, as they say.
Good.
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm blessed. You know how you be like, don't say nothing else about it. Yeah, but I'm blessed. I can't complain.
Uh-huh.
Had a chance to talk to, and I'll run it past you to see. Remember, we were talking about Juneteenth,
right?
The celebration,
right?
And the security that will be in place as they have all the time.
Oh yeah.
So I talked to Derek Smith, who is the head of security,
okay,
and from law enforcement, Captain Jacks and Lieutenant Woods.
Okay,
And Sergeant McGee. So they are available to try to come in to talk about it. So we'll talk and we'll see if we can get that set up.
Okay,
just to kind of let people know how the process will be, the do's or don'ts, what will be allowed, what won't be allowed,
right?
What will be tolerated, what will absolutely not be tolerated,
right?
Just so know before you go. That's what they call it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Know before you go.
And they're going to be definitely standing on business, and they just want everybody to come and have a great, fun time.
Right.
It's the 55th annual Juneteenth Day celebration,
there
the
longest
running Juneteenth celebration
in the country.
So, and people need to know. You don't need to end up going down there and be like, I didn't know that they told me that I had to leave, or I had to do this, or I had to do that. So, if we get that information out there, then you ain't got no excuses. I'm allergic to ENC's excuses and complaints.
You know what? I love Juneteenth. Juneteenth is like a big family reunion. You see people you only see once a year, and you see them at Juneteenth. And it's just, I love the fact that you can get items out there that you don't see anywhere else, that you can't find any other time either.
Right.
You can't find, whether they're T-shirts or, hair barrettes or any of the things.
Right.
It's
Absolutely.
like there's just things.
It's like African World Festival.
Yeah,
where it's like,
yeah.
this is where you're going to get this unique T-shirt.
Exactly. And you can't find it anywhere
jewelry,
else.
like you say.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All the things.
Purses. You go out there and find purses and all kinds of stuff. You can't find it anywhere else.
Right.
Just like,
shoes,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love
everything.
it. I love it. I love seeing, visiting with people. Sometimes you catch up with people you ain't seen in a minute. You get a chance to hang with them for a few minutes. All the things. I love it.
Find some new food businesses that you didn't even know.
Absolutely.
Like, y'all have a location?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we here.
Yeah.
Or they may have food trucks.
Right.
And, you're able to get that information. Be like, they got some.
Yeah.
It's like everybody talks about the guy on 20th and Center.
See? There you
with
go.
Barbecue. Right?
Yeah.
They line up.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They're like, what?
Yeah.
Is he out there today?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's all kinds of things that you see out there and that folk bring out there that, Juneteenth is just wonderful.
Absolutely.
It is. It is. And it's only, it used to go from, okay, give me the streets. It was a long.
From you talking about when it was at Burleigh and went down to like North Avenue?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, it was huge.
Absolutely.
Huge subway. But it's shorter now.
And it went until like 10 at night.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
You could be there all night, kicking it.
Yeah. And there were no issues. That was a great thing. There were no issues.
Yeah.
And then so now it's from basically the start time of the parade is 9 a.m. And it goes until 4 p.m.
Yeah.
So, yep. But yeah, we want people to come out and celebrate our Juneteenth celebration.
Yeah, absolutely.
And leave the ignorance at home.
Yeah.
And there's so many different generations of people that come to our Juneteenth Day celebration. So you got seasoned citizens that are in the 80s and 90s, you've got little children and babies. And so it's like every generation is there celebrating our Juneteenth.
That's why it's like a family reunion.
It is. And we need to be able to respect it and celebrate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Learn what Juneteenth is all about.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe the truth will be out there too.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
Y'all,
Shout out to core DJ Ricky Allen. See?
Oh, yeah.
I'll be in the kids zone.
Oh, okay.
I DJ the Kids Zone every year, me along with core DJ El Boogie. And so we had a Kids Zone taken care of. So literally what happens for me is, the Homer Blow Foundation, Inc., nonprofit 501c3 is in the parade, right?
Right.
And so from soon as I get out of the parade, I drive right to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. School.
There you go.
And set up to DJ for the children.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. And I love the fact also that Juneteenth has different zones. So they have the kids zone. Yeah. They have the teen zone. They have a seasoned citizen zone too.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So we got a veterans zone. So all the things, as you would say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all the stuff. I love Juneteenth. I haven't been in the Juneteenth parade in, I think it's been about 3 years.
Well, you're going to be in one this year.
No, I'm not. No, I'll be with the seasoned citizens of Brookfield.
Bring them in the parade.
My babies would be out there like,
Turn the music down. Be like, ain't no music playing right now.
I got one or two that'd be like, hey.
Party over here.
Other than that, they ain't finna do it.
Like,
they ain't finna make it.
Not gonna be able to do it. Not gonna be able to do it. So be like, you gonna learn today.
Yes.
You gonna learn today.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, great morning to everybody on our YouTube page, on our road to 8,000 people. Make sure when you're there, hit that like and subscribe button, aka hit the bell. You can also watch and listen to us on Facebook Live as well. All of these are at 1017 The Truth.
Yes.
So make sure you go and check us out. So
Yeah.
when we playing some of these clips,
Yeah.
you can see
You
it.
can see it for yourself.
Yeah,
And when we're clowning around in the studio,
absolutely.
which we
You
do
get to see
every blue moon.
Bailey Coleman just doing Bailey Coleman. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting here just as innocent.
Whatever.
I
Whatever.
am. I just do my,
Yeah.
impersonations every now and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll accept that.
No Shay Foo Foo though.
Well, everybody can't be Shay Foo Foo.
Well, he's Shay Foo.
Well, that's a whole different time.
Hey,
That's a different.
our producer.
By the way, do you have your word of the day today, Xavier?
Junction Zanali.
So say it one more time.
Junction Zanali.
Well, they were
what's
in
that
the
mean?
alley. Oh, okay. All I heard that he was in the alley.
It was
You know
in
what
the
I'm saying?
alley?
Yeah. That Shun Sing was in the alley. Okay, but tell us what it actually means, Xavier.
Where's the store?
On the corner. If you go down there on Center Street,
You're crazy.
you know what I'm saying? Now, which corner store? Because there are several inside the inner city.
You might not want to go on Center Street, though. You might want to.
Yeah, we got a story about Center Street too. No, go on Center Street. You got your pass. Oh yeah, you heard the shots. So nah.
You don't have your pass.
You Shafer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's Shafer.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
Shafer. Did you hear him? You remember yesterday he was saying, yes, the balcony door was open.
Right. His balcony door.
Balcony door.
He had to go out on his balcony.
Brothers, some sisters and brothers are helping to have a door.
Now, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
If he would have said, I went out on the porch,
Right.
that'd have been a different thing.
That's it.
But
That
he
would've been
said,
some Arrested Development. You feel what I'm saying?
he said his balcony door.
His balcony.
So you were looking down amongst the people on
My
your
peasants.
balcony.
My peasants. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. I have awoken this morning. And I would just like to say that I do not appreciate being disturbed by you peasants. You are not allowed within a 6-mile radius of my humble domain.
Wait a minute.
Good morning, everyone.
Wait a minute. What did he call the shooters? The people that were shooting?
Yeah,
Hooligans.
hooligans.
Hooligan. You hooligans.
Right. That's
Must
why I was doing
leave
that. Yes.
My presence.
Yes.
And
Guards!
Go back across the bridge.
Guards!
I got 3 jobs. I deserve a balcony.
Okay. All right.
All right. You got
Are you
3
Jamaican?
jobs?
Yeah, this is America. This is the only way to make it.
What? Okay. What you got? You got here.
I
Uber?
own a wedding business,
Okay.
and I do other business ventures in video and photography.
Okay.
So yes.
What about that
Oh.
one that you be having in bags?
You said what?
Where them bags at?
What about the one where you be having in bags?
What bags?
You know how you act like you shaking somebody's hand and gotcha.
I
You know what I'm
wish.
saying? The exchange of money for
Wow.
illegal substance.
If I
Wow.
was doing that, I'd probably have 2 balconies.
Wow.
Mm.
Okay.
Wow.
That part, or a bigger one, right?
Well, you'd have to go probably, you probably have to leave your humble abode. And, unless you on some Scarface stuff.
See.
Say hello to my little friend.
Oh.
Say hello to the bills.
Okay.
We got to get ready to take care of some bills. We have some things we need to talk about. 35 years for Carmelo Anthony, and not the ball player, but yeah, it's a lot of stuff that we'll be talking about. And we thank you for waking up and joining us on Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. We will leave Xavier and his kingdom of peace and tranquility.
Yes.
And we'll be black.
Don't touch that dial. Truth in the Morning will be right back on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
Join the Milton House Museum for an extraordinary celebration of history, heritage, and freedom on September 26th at 7 p.m. at Janesville Performing Arts Center. This special evening features Grammy Award-winning Fisk Jubilee singer.
Hark! There she goeth.
Tea and crumpets, darling.
Yes.
Tea and crumpets.
May I have this dance?
Yes, of course.
Why, thank you.
Xavier.
Xavier?
I thought you guys were like that.
Well, I don't know. I'm feeling chipperish today. This music is really representative of those that haveth the balconies. Would you be in relations to the Orange Man?
No.
I don't believe you.
No, I don't think so.
Well, you know. Stop with this madness.
Y'all crazy.
Order in the studio. Ah, yes, it was dainty as well. It was dainty. It was dainty. Why are they laughing so loud in the chat? Silence! Stop the laughter. You should not be laughing at this time. So, there we go. All right. So, but that is our producer who will be going to Beijing. Will you take your businesses with you?
Yes.
Okay. That'd be good.
Those can go anywhere.
All right, there you go. There you go. There you go. All right. Queen to be will need the wedding services.
Queen,
Correct.
she's your queen.
Just when I thought we were. See, this is what happens when we start with certain things. It's like we just keep calling me just because we keep thinking of things that, go along with the theme. And yeah, that part. Joseph and the amazing Technicolor. Okay, so
wait a minute. I got one out the True Talk Tech side.
Okay, is it going to still take us there?
No, this is
Okay.
833-212-1017. Stacy said, "Morning, y'all. Bailey, on Juneteenth Day, you say you're working in Brookfield. Come on and take those residents on a field trip to one of the most famous celebrations, longest in America, especially if they're Caucasian. Open up their spirits and speculations about negative Black culture." You know what, Stacy? If I could, I would. But, when you're working with folks that have dementia, everybody's at different levels. And everybody ain't ready. But I would if I could. There we go. So, okay, Homer, let's get back to it.
All right,
Stacy wanted me to bring my residents out. I can't bring them to Juneteenth. They ain't ready for all that.
All right.
They can't do it.
Okay.
I would.
I know you would. I know you would. I know you would. But you would have a.
Oh,
Yeah.
People at different levels of,
I got you. There, one of the things that people were talking about, I've seen a lot of emotional hurt when it's with the Carmelo Anthony situation, right? And
we're not talking about the basketball
absolutely,
player, y'all.
which I alluded to earlier.
Yeah.
But there was in Texas, McKinney, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
It says Carmelo Anthony sobbed Tuesday as he was swiftly convicted of murder in the fatal stabbing of a fellow high school jock, Austin Metcalf, at a track meet. And his furious supporters raged, this whole thing's been racist. The jury, because he did have a jury trial, in Collin County deliberated about 3 hours before finding Anthony He's 19 years old, guilty of first-degree murder in the death of the 17-year-old, and must now decide whether to put him away for life. But I'm seeing that they're saying that they gave him 35 years in prison, prompting the killer's weeping mom to later take the witness stand and beg for mercy for her son, according to a report by NBC DFW. He's my oldest. He'll always be my baby. I love him very much. Anthony's mom, Kayla Hayes, sobbed to jurors before they headed into further deliberations to decide his sentence. So again, the reports are out that he ended up receiving 35 years. But the whole situation is crazy. You know what I mean? And the things that were stacked, in my opinion, against him, it definitely, in my opinion, wasn't a jury of his peers.
That part. And how many brothers and sisters have gone before a jury of not their peers, that are not their peers?
Too many to even count.
Exactly. And, this happens. This is why especially when you're black, you don't want to be in court. Mm-hmm. You don't want to be you know what I mean?
Right.
If he was white, they would have definitely said it was a mental health issue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. There's so many different things that, this is the very reason why you just don't want to, be in that scenario at all.
Mm-hmm.
And we gotta, he seems like he came from a good home, but sometimes it's not enough,
Right.
And unfortunately, it's a double standard for us,
Triple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the only thing I could say is if he's like 18 now.
He's 19.
Okay, so he's 19. So he'll probably get out in his 60s, late 50s. That's some life left.
Well, with being sentenced to 35 years, and even if he was 20, that would be like 55 years.
Yep.
So he'll be like 55, but he'll be like 54. But again, according to how it goes, he may be able to get early release.
Right.
And so he'll be in his 50s.
Yeah.
He'd probably definitely still be in his 50s when he would get out. I'm hoping with all of the things that just weren't right, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, I if people do wrong, I'm a staunch supporter of, you're going to have to go on and do that work. You're going to have to go on and do that time and think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that there were so many things. This is one of those cases that shows when things are stacked against you and it's not a fair trial or situation.
Right.
People being related to or knowing the judge and things of that nature. And
yeah, that's all. These are the kinds of things when people tell you, when they say, "Oh, there's no racism involved with this. It's all fair. There's no,
mm-hmm. You
partiality to this. This is, this is all the way. This is the way." No, because if the tables were turned.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be probably hard pressed to get 10 years.
Right.
If the tables was turned.
Absolutely.
They probably would say, you know what, you were good. We just gonna give you probation. We're gonna give you some community service, and that's gonna be that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not how it is. That's why when you're a person of color, you just really gotta, do your best. Do your best with your kids, especially African American boys. We have the conversations. I hope they had the conversation with their son, about, scenarios like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that people learn from this scenario. Because this is just like not a position you want to be in. I feel bad for his parents. I feel bad for him because definitely things were stacked against him.
And when we return, again, we want to hear from you, Truth Nation. What's your thoughts on this situation with 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony being tried by a jury and found guilty and sentenced to 35 years in prison? We want to hear your truth. And I also have a message for parents, guardians, and PWKs everywhere. Truth in the morning.
So crazy. This
People with
message is for
kids.
PWKs all across the world.
Yes. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. We want to hear your thoughts. Some people were pretty upset and angry on social media, so we want to hear from you. We'll be black.
Don't touch that dial. Truth in the Morning will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a...
Welcome, Black, Truth Nation. We are talking about the trial and the conviction of 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony, and who was charged with murder of a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
And the verdict came black guilty, and then they came out with the 35-year sentence. We have a audio clip for those of you who may be just joining us, so to keep you up to speed. But of course, as I said, it's been dominating social media. A lot of people having different thoughts. Some people saying, well, they got it right. The majority of what I've seen is people saying that, they got it wrong, and we're very showing empathy for the situation. So we're going to play this clip. All right, we'll let that happen. The ad's playing. hey, look,
they got to get theirs.
Absolutely, we get it because we do it here.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So once our producer lets us know that it is ready to go,
this particular scenario, to me, is always, when I hear about stuff like this, it's heart-wrenching.
It is.
It's one thing if it's somebody that hey, they done a whole bunch of stuff and here we go. But if it's someone that's young and it was a bad scenario and if they had it to do again, they wouldn't do it, then that's one thing. But if somebody that's been through the ring, done a lot, and they just don't deserve to be out on the streets, well, then, you don't feel nothing. You just like, hey, there it is. But when it's something like this and, it's a young person and it's just like, it's just all messed up.
Well,
but hey,
yeah,
it's something that should have never happened. Never happened.
Correct.
Shouldn't have done it. If you go, and it's never good to fight or anything like that. That's not the answer. It won't ever be the answer.
Mm-hmm.
But, it was just wrong. It was wrong even though they made him mad and they did all the things and they were bullying him and the whole scenario, you still can't just do it. And that, actually, this is a conversation I had this morning with my son.
Okay.
As I was leaving the house, because he asked me if I had heard about this, and I was like, yeah, and it's a bad. Then you put yourself in this position where you could get a jury that is not of your peers, because
correct.
Most black people, you're not gonna get a jury of your peers. If you do, you are super lucky, and you better hope that they're benevolent. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You better hope that they have a little grace with you. But yeah. Well, O.J. Simpson was the only person that ever got a jury of his peers.
Well, that goes into and we are going to play
only black person, I should say, that got a jury of his peers. And let me just say that because of what that jury did, it changed everything for everybody else.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to play this clip, and again, but going off of what Bailey was saying, it's kind of like where I'm going to be coming from with my perspective. So we're going to play this clip the verdict of being found guilty and receiving 35 years. So, Xavier, if you can play that.
Tonight, emotions boiling over outside the courthouse. Protesters in each other's faces, some openly weeping. And for others, relief that justice was served.
You think this is justice for Austin?
I believe so.
As a Texas jury finds 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony guilty of murder for stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet last year.
You will never, ever disrespect a black woman like that.
Numerous witnesses said Anthony instigated the confrontation, the prosecution calling his actions unjustified and intentional, telling the jury, you don't get to meet a shove with a stab, especially if you provoke the shove. In closing arguments Tuesday, the defense again tried to portray Metcalf as the aggressor, that he made physical contact first, and Anthony defended himself in a split second of chaos. What was it like?
What was it like?
When the verdict was read.
I feel like it was designed to protect white people, the system, and it was not designed to protect black people. It's self-defense.
Supporters of Anthony have raised concerns for a fair trial after no black people were seated on the jury. Inside the courtroom, tears from both families. Anthony's mother described as weeping, later asking the court to please have mercy on my son.
And Ryan Chandler joins us tonight live outside the courthouse. Ryan, do we know anything about the sentencing?
Tom, breaking just in the last few minutes, we now know the jury has sentenced Carmelo Anthony to 35 years in prison. He faced a maximum sentence of 99 years, but the jury rejected the defense's argument that he should face 20 or less. 35 years for Carmelo Anthony.
Tonight, the U.S. striking back, launching what CENTCOM calls self-defense strikes and a proportional response to unjustified Iranian aggression. After President Trump said the Iranian regime shot down a U.S. Army Apache helicopter in the middle of a ceasefire. Posting there were two pilots involved. Both are safe and uninjured. Nevertheless, the United States must, of necessity, respond to this attack. The two-seater helicopter was flying near the coast of Oman in the middle of the night, patrolling to prevent Iranian attacks on commercial ships. When a U.S. official tells NBC News the Apache was...
Do you think the conviction was fair?
My question is this: where were the adults? How come because this was a back and forth between him, Carmelo, and the guy, but other people were involved too, right? So there were other people there so where was the coach or somebody? Mm-hmm. Where was an adult to go, hey, knock it off, stop? Where's that? There was no nothing in there. I guess that's besides the point now. But I'm just curious about that. You hear these scenarios. These aren't like adults. They weren't adults. And by the way, they were talking about him as if he were 19 when he stabbed this guy. Mm-hmm. He was not 19. He was 17 years old. Mm-hmm. The question, so we got some on the True Talk text line here too. 833-212-1017. Sherry said, good morning, Bailey and Homer. My question is, why would he happen to have a weapon, i.e. a knife on him, at the game or at school? That's a good question.
Yeah. It was a utility knife, but again, still, nonetheless, it's a weapon. And when you know the world in which we live, weapons are weapons. And it proved to be, unfortunately, because he was able to use it to stab someone. So, utility knife or not, it was a weapon. It was a weapon.
Yeah, it was.
So, and this
it turned into a weapon. If it wasn't before, it was used as a weapon at that point.
Because a knife is a knife, and if you're gonna grab something, you feel
now,
what I'm saying?
From my understanding, though, some of the background on this is these Caucasian young men had been bullying him.
Absolutely, that's the story I've heard as well.
You still cannot.
Yep.
Because
then this happens.
There's bullying that goes on everywhere.
Correct.
but they were bullying him. And he probably had it because he thought he was going to protect himself like this. Everybody shouting it was self-defense. But, if the kid would have lived, then maybe we'd probably be talking about a different situation here. But he didn't. He lost his life. And that's something you just can't come back from.
That part. We're going to go to Al MKE before we take a break. Great morning, Al. Love you. Appreciate you. You hear the situation with currently 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony, found guilty of murder and sentenced to 35 years. What's your truth?
My truth is we're going to do number 2 and not wash our hands this morning. The real question is why do some of y'all racist kids come to school with AR-15s and you plead mental health? It's like with the slender kids, and your kids still be at home, okay? But what we should not do is go the extra mile. I don't think he did anything wrong. I think the parents should have removed him from the school, sued the bully kids, and what happened was when they started bullying him, he should have went upside their head a long time ago. But here, Bailey and Homer, sorry, we're going to start getting on the jury because, see, if you look like me, I'm going to vote in your favor, not against your favor. White people been doing it against the beginning of time, so we're not going to sit here and try to act like we're bigger and better. I'm going to turn into even worse, but I still welcome you with open arms. But I have a question for you, Bailey and Homer. I've seen a lot of backlash coming from the racist whites, but can you help me understand why these racist white people was looking so forward to him being raped in prison?
Yeah.
Well,
it shows you what the world is now.
Right, exactly.
Sheets have been taken off. They don't.
Yeah.
I've been saying it.
Yeah.
With the orange man in office, people no longer have to hide their
true feelings.
Yeah, that they are racist and they're outright, and they can do an insurrection and they're still called good people.
Yeah.
And you got the orange man saying that they should end up the weaponization and all of this kind of stuff. So, yeah, Al, we know what it is.
Yeah.
They would, some people would try to mask it.
Yeah.
But we knew what it was, and now they don't have to mask it anymore.
Yeah.
And why nobody is not asking for mental health for this young black king? Every time white people do something wrong, it's mental health, mental health.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier. Yep.
Have a good one, y'all.
All right, no lies detected. We got to take care of some bills. Truth Nation, we want to hear from you. When we return, we will continue to talk about this situation and get your thoughts and your truth on this. Truth in the Morning on 101.7 FM. The truth will be black.
Don't touch that dial. Truth in the Morning will be right back on 101.7 The Truth.
FinishYourDiploma.org. That's FinishYourDiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
More of Truth in the Morning is next on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot.
Welcome, Black. I'm the legendary Homer Blow, along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman.
On our YouTube page, we have the Truth Talk text poll up. Was the Carmelo Anthony conviction justified, in your opinion? Yes or no?
That's a great question.
And the True Talk text lines, as we say, are open at 833-212-1017.
I got some.
Great morning.
I got something to share over here if you're ready. Marcus said, the real question is, keep your hands to yourself. You can't tell someone how to respond after you start something. Stacy said, not a one minority on the jury. You can see the outcome of this miles away. Also, if this is the case and the scenario, Chud the Crud builder, I don't know who that is, should get 20 plus years in life. Let's see. And D'Angelo said,
go ahead. Yeah.
He's facing 45. Okay. D'Angelo says, yo, Radio Royals, what if the tables were turned and he had a black judge and more blacks on the jury? That's why more blacks should go do jury duty and get in law enforcement positions. Black people, you must be your brother's keeper. White people are definitely theirs. All points well taken. But we also have to we have to make sure that we're talking to our kids. We're giving them that, you know what this is situation.
Right.
And you can't go there, especially when you living in Texas. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know black people love Texas. They love Houston. They love Dallas. But you have to remember where you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You have to remember exactly where you are.
That part.
And Texas is the most Republican place I've ever seen in my life. And they're going to not only are they going to hold you accountable, but your whole family if you mess up out there.
That part.
You
that
know?
part.
And DB said that he'll win his appeal 100%.
Still in Texas. We're going to go to the True Talk text lines. We've got Ron. Great morning, Ron. Love you. Appreciate you. You hear the conversation about currently 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony and the verdict and the sentence. What's your truth?
Thanks for taking my call. Excuse my tardiness this morning. I think that details are very important. I know you guys were reporting that the young man got 35 years, and it almost sounded like it was, he got bullied, he got angry, and he just stabbed the white boy, the Caucasian kid, and the kid died. But the details, if you recall, when it first came out, was that Carmelo was at a track meet, and it was raining that day. He got under the tent, and the victim and his brother told him, "You're in the wrong tent. You got to get up out of here." They took his bag and his phone and threw it in the rain. He got mad. There was a verbal altercation, and then the victim and his brother jumped on Anthony. Then the weapon came out. They didn't know if it was a knife or a pipe or whatever it was. So I think details are important. He was getting jumped.
Yeah.
It wasn't that he got mad because they were talking to him crazy. He was getting bullied. See, details are important. That's why I don't accept the fact that, he was getting bullied and he got mad. No, he was getting jumped, and when two people are jumping on you, he was 100-something pounds soaking wet. These were two football players who knew karate, and
Correct.
They were damn near 400 together. They were 400 together. So they're jumping and beating them up. Nobody's helping them. What would you do as a 17-year-old kid, or he was 17 at the time, getting beat up? Yeah. Now he's 19, and they said he's 19 years old, and he got 35 years for killing the guy. Details are important. I wish they would put that story out more. And the judge was taking a picture with the victim's father before this stuff. Come on, we got to start telling the details of this.
I mentioned that, yes, sir.
So thank you. That's why I'm so upset that people are just going, yeah, it was fair. No, he didn't just kill the kid.
I never
he was
said
getting
fair.
beat up.
Yes, he was.
Yep.
Thank you for taking my call.
Oh, absolutely, Ron. Thank you for your truth. And this is why, again, we want to hear from you.
Nobody ever said it was fair.
Right. The toll-free number to call in, 833-212-1017. That is our True Talk text line. We want to hear from you. And that's why I say I know that the anger and the frustration is out there and the emotions are high because all you saw, it was like it was our breaking news on social media.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about not just from people talking about the court and the trial itself, but the people there are some people who are mentally distraught.
Yes.
From this verdict and conviction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and they are letting it out. I'm seeing a lot of crying emojis and the anger in their posts that they are making with this situation.
Yeah.
So that's why I know that Truth Nation, we had to definitely talk about it and let you get your truth out.
Exactly.
Because it's the double-edged sword.
Millicent
Mm-hmm.
said the conviction was correct, but the time was way too long.
Mm-hmm. So, see, again, the difference of. The difference of.
Yeah.
But we want to hear your truth. We're going to go. I thought it was 2 minutes. Yeah. Okay. We're going to go to James on our Truth Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. Great morning, James. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation. What's your truth?
My truth is this. I'm trying to start a mentorship as far as with these young black youth and getting into teaching business. You know, with a lot of black business owners, you know, if we can get together and not only to come up, put in some funds to where we can finance their business with a percentage where the owners can make money and we put a certain percentage back into the mentorship. No outside help. So that way we can, you know, a year gets so many, we can teach and help them start their business and grow it, and then from there keep doing it every year. To get these young black males, they don't have a way out. I'm 56. When I was coming up, you had all kind of help. They don't have that. So when you leave young adults who don't have nothing to do, no mentorship, because everybody's attacking them, of course they're going to do what they're doing. So I would like to give y'all my name and number. That's what I'm on.
Well, do it.
And I want to link up with. Go ahead.
Go ahead, give your name and number so we can get ready to take our break.
Okay. My name is James. My telephone number is 262-212-3342.
We're trying to get his number. Okay, say it again. Say it again. We had a producer. But go ahead. Say your name and your number again.
James. 262-212-3342.
Thank you very much, James.
262.
Yeah, we got it. But thank you very much, man, and we appreciate that. And we need more information. This is how we get things across.
Right.
We got to take care of some bills. We see you on the True Talk text lines. Great morning, Truth Nation. If you were supposed to be at work at 8 a.m.
Oh, here we go.
You're late. I'm just saying, if you're not there. We are.
We was late coming on the air.
Yeah. And it irks me. And it irks me.
To your core?
Yeah, it irks me to my core. Yeah.
Every morning.
I get here at 6 in the morning. I get here at 6.
Every morning.
So yeah, it kind of makes me feel a certain kind of way. But
to your core.
This, yes, to my core. All my life. I work to be on time, and I get here, and I'm on. So, but let's get back to this serious situation, and we do have, like I say, we'll be going to the True Talk text lines in a moment. But we do have the poll up. Was the Carmelo Anthony conviction justified, in your opinion? Producer Xavier, what's the poll looking like right now? What's the percentage?
25% say yes, it was justified, and 75% say no.
And this is why we have the True Talk text lines and our YouTube page, so people can tell and speak their truth.
Yeah.
We got Brother Mahdi. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you holding over during the break. What's your truth?
It's Coleman. I just want to throw this out there right quick that we need to understand that according to Texas, and just like Ms. Coleman said, it's a Republican state. They don't even like black folks. And according to the letter of the law, that they have a stand your ground law, and it's 2 against 1. But at the same time, it's a lot of political involved, because when that incident happened, the white folks came out and said that they didn't convict him. They was going to deal with him on their own. His family was threatened and everything. And then far-fetched from that 19-year-old brother He's going to be thrown into prison with 3,500 inmates. He has to get hooked up with the Muslims. Because if he don't, the Aryan Brotherhoods, anybody do their research, it's a white supremacist group, they will kill him. He wouldn't last 2 days. So we need to pray for that brother. He's being thrown into the lion's den, and at the same time, man, it's really sad. It's just really sad. And I love y'all. Y'all doing a great job. I apologize. I ain't been around in a while, but I'm just making so much money. I'm just life is good, man. Life is good. Make a baby. Have fun in life.
All right.
Love y'all.
All right, Brother Mahdi. Thank you for your truth. Again, if you have a thought or opinion on this, please share it with us. 833-212-1017. Bailey, you got something over there on the True Talk text line?
Ray said, did they have other tents at the track meet? And did the victim's tent have a sign that said whites only?
Ray! Well, you know, some things.
Ray, come on, Ray.
Yeah, some things.
Probably, but anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can tell. Well, I mean, I know I can by the furor that was coming from those people who were in supporting the victim and saying, like, this was all wrong, this shouldn't have happened. We know that there are plenty of shootings, and what about when it was lucky, but in my opinion, it was lucky when they ended up killing the black man that was just jogging, and he had went through a home that was not finished or whatnot.
Ahmaud Arbery.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it took everything to try to, you know what I'm saying, get them to say, like, no, these law enforcement officers were wrong. These neighbors were wrong.
Yeah.
They did not want it to go that way at all.
No.
So again, we got to remember who we're dealing with, and the sheets are off.
Yeah, and that was more during the George Floyd situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was closer to them.
Mm-hmm.
So as we move forward, you know, and we weren't in the court, so we don't really know how his attorneys did. And, you know, my thing is sometimes if that attorney isn't a person of color, they don't know all the things. You know what I mean? And they don't know how to express, you know, what's going on for you. But, you know, that was who his family hired to represent him. There's a lot. And it is just, it does grieve my heart because I look at young men like him, and I only can thank the Lord for, you know, my son ain't perfect, but being in a scenario like that is just like,
yeah, absolutely.
You know,
and one of the things that I know I was trying to let people know that parents, guardians, PWKs, people with kids.
Well, you do the people with kids thing.
Well, you know, things, in my opinion, it's about accountability. And we have to be able to understand that we have to take accountability. And then everybody also has to take self-accountability as well.
That's true.
And in a lot of these situations, I'm just saying, your son, your sons, your daughter, your daughters can easily end up in these same kind of situations.
That's true.
So you talk about how, you know, you love your kids and I do this, I'm a ride or die, this, that, and the other. And some of you know damn well what your children are out here doing, what your teens are out here doing. Some of you, and I say some of you because some will present this one person while they know that they are under the thumb of rules and guidance And some will then, so some of them may go astray, but some of y'all already know damn well that your sons and daughters are out here causing havoc. And it's not a mistake. It's not self-defense. I didn't see self-defense on Brady Street when I saw all of those gunshots. I don't see self-defense when I see people that are giving people who are in a home trying to rest or whatever the hell they're doing because it's their home or it's their apartment, and they ride by and shoot up the house, shoot up the apartment. And you know damn well, because all you want that person to do is bring you a blunt or bring you some pills. You are not taking accountability for what you are allowing to happen. You're not making your sons and daughters take self-accountability. And these are the things that could be waiting, and it could be justified. It won't even be a controversy of did they or did they not. The community in which they live will be saying, lock their ass up. So I'm saying, if you saying how much you love your children, how much, you support your children, you up here spending $10,000 on a damn prom, but yet you on a We Energy budget, you in Section 8 housing, you're depending on all the things, as Bailey would say, but you up here coming up with $5,000 and $10,000 to send them off to a prom, and you are not even going to be guaranteed a diploma. You're doing too damn much for those of you who are doing that. You own EBT, you own all the things, but you got the money to come up with the money to do this and do that. But yet when we look at you talking about they trying to evict me, why? Because you're behind on your rent. We have to take accountability for some of the things that we are doing out here in our own communities. You want people to help you, but you got to help us to help you. We get the brother James that just gave the resource of, hey, he's looking to try to mentor and help some of our youth. We got to utilize that. You can't just hear the number, and I had him repeat it, so you can try to make sure that you jotted that down, because there are a lot of parents that are saying, look, my son is out of control, my daughter is out of control, or they're leaning wayward to a lifestyle that we didn't bring them up in. We have to use those things. When we have facilities that say, hey, we work with them, hit up Running Rebels, get them involved in sports, get them involved with having people who give a damn about them and don't want to see that. But when you don't do your part, it can lead to situations like this, whether you want to say, well, they did this to him and they did that to him and he did some. You ain't got to do a damn thing, and you become a victim of the violence that's going on in and around our community. So I'm just saying, if you really love them, grab a hold of them so you can let them know, look, you know what? Call me. If that's going down with you, call me. I'll show you how we'll handle this the right way legally, to whereas I don't have to lose you as my son or daughter because of some of the choices that you ended up making. And that's just part of my truth. We're going to the True Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. Mac, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation about now 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony and the verdict and being sentenced to 35 years. What's your truth?
Good morning, first of all, to yourself, Homer Blow, and to Madam Bailey.
Good morning.
So, but I have a question for you all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was a really big case that we're talking about, correct?
Yes.
I mean, it was, yeah.
It garnered national attention, yes.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So, 4 words, and I'll hang up. What's wrong with pro bono Ben Crump? Thank you.
All right. Hey, with that, we will take care of some bills. But valid question. We shall see. We will see.
Maybe on the appeal.
Okay. We can only hope. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth. Well, sometimes the truth hurt. We'll be black.
Don't touch that dial. Truth in the Morning will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Don't let summer pass you by. Turn it all the way up at Summerfest. The music, the moments, the memories you'll replay. All
on YouTube.
Great morning, Truth Nation. Welcome, Black. I am the legendary Homer Blow, along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman.
And we are currently in the heat of discussion about 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony, who was found guilty of murder at his trial and sentenced to 35 years. And obviously this conversation, which we knew that it would be very, very engaging. And like I say, when you just watching the news and seeing social media, like this is one that people have their own opinions on. So this is why we want to know your truth. Millicent, who had made a comment on our Truth Talk text line, is now calling in, 833-212-1017. Great morning, Millicent. Love you. Appreciate you. What's your truth?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm just not going to allow anybody to disparage Crump. He is not a criminal defense attorney. So why would he take that case? Come on. He's not a criminal attorney. He doesn't handle crimes. He handles lawsuits. That's why he didn't take the case. So don't make it like he could have took that case. That's like, do you want a brain surgeon operating on your heart, or do you want a cardiologist? Come on now. We can't just throw his name out there because he does a lot of free stuff, and nobody came to this boy's defense. There's some black attorneys in Texas that could have done it too.
Well,
but we don't have to say Ben Crump.
Well, that was the caller's choice. So, I mean, again.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I just,
Yeah,
I just don't want people to start thinking, well, why wasn't Ben Crump there? Because that's not his field.
Mm-hmm.
That's not his field of study. Come on. Let's keep everything very clear. This little boy, it is sad what has happened to him, but you can't say it's, another attorney didn't. Why didn't somebody come take the case for free?
Was Al Sharpton?
They got a lot of money, too.
Was Al Sharpton in there?
Al Sharpton, I don't know if he went. I don't know about that.
But say, and I think this is, what I'm saying, Millicent, is this is kind of the context of where I'm sure the caller's sentiments were coming from, because it's certain things that they show up, even if it's something that you wouldn't think they would have showed up to.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, where are they now?
Yeah, but you know this, Ben Crump is very consistent. He shows up when it's going to be some money made. He's very consistent with that.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah, he ain't showing up. He ain't showing up to come help you get your son out of trouble. He's showing up when we get ready to make the money. Now, when they get the lawsuit because he was sentenced wrong or something, he'll have Ben Crump.
But you know what? He also shows up when there's an opportunity for exposure.
Yes, and
this is a moment where I think they missed.
Yeah,
because if they're trying to, he and Al Sharpton, if they're trying to really, avoid looking that way, this would have been one where they might have showed up and,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like, y'all, it ain't all about the money for us. But they are older gentlemen, so they might not think about the look of it, right? The optics.
Yeah.
They might not look. They really just do look for the.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay. True Talk text lines are lit.
Just saying.
Byron, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. You hear the conversation this
Al
morning.
Sharpton, though.
What's your truth?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Brian.
Oh, okay. They put Byron. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, it's Brian. The way I look at this case is it's the representation. It's the attorney. Somebody made a comment that he didn't take the stand. That's all on preparation from the attorney.
Mm-hmm.
You just had a caller on here describe the whole incident, and I guarantee you during that trial, neither the attorney or Carmelo got a chance to show that kind of passion in that type of situation he was under when he had to stab the white boy. That's the problem. The problem is throughout this country for black representation is I just got to say it's piss poor.
Mm-hmm.
They always got to make our black defenders seem watered down, lukewarm, and like little whipping boys.
Yeah.
When you on trial for your life, you got to fight. And if you don't have an attorney that's going to fight, how are you going to win? You're not going to win a case with old lukewarm attorney.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what happened to Theodore Edgecombe. He stood his ground. He was self-defense, and he got 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
More representation.
Mm-hmm.
We need more black attorneys that got to fight in a fire like a Benjamin Crump, but that are criminal defense attorneys. That's what we need.
We need
more criminal defense attorneys with passion.
We need more Johnny Cochrans out here. If you don't fit, you must quit.
That part. Thank you, Brian. We appreciate you. Great morning, Nicole. Love you. Appreciate you. You hear the conversation this morning, Nicole. It's time for your truth. What's your truth?
Good morning, Homer and Bailey. This is Anita
morning.
Nicole. I haven't responded in the chat. I'm trying to, unfortunately, not be too late this morning. But just bear with me for a second because this is a very emotional topic for me.
I understand.
Ooh,
We understand. We understand.
Mm-hmm.
So, we can't be distracted by the smoke and mirrors. And everybody needs to stay focused. I could care less if it was Boo-Boo the Fool attorney. Let's stay focused. It is not about what attorney. And with all due respect to all the callers, all the listeners, I don't say that to be rude. I just say that we as a people can get distracted very quickly. Next thing you know, we at each other about something that has nothing to do with anything. So we just have to stay focused and stay aligned and understand what our target is. And as far as the whole bullying situation, I think sometimes we focus on the bully and not the person that's being bullied.
Mm-hmm.
And as a person that grew up being bullied, sometimes parents don't know what kids are going through.
That's true.
And some people don't know what goes on in school. They just don't know. And at my big grown age, I realized that you cannot focus on who's doing the bullying. You have to focus on how to check on people that are being bullied, how to manage yourself, your temper. There were many incidents where I could have taken action that could have gotten me in jail or anything else. And it was the people that finally said, let me check on you, that got me to get away from those things and how to manage those things. And yes, at my big grown age, you can still deal with some bullies because people are just mean. And two things are true. You're going to have good people. You're going to have bad people. And you can't change everybody that want to do bad. You have to make a decision what you're going to do to be good and how to change your environment. So as we all have this conversation today, the one thing we all need to probably go do is check on our kids, our grandkids, our nieces and nephews, and not the bullies, but the ones like, hey, how you doing? I ask my grandbaby every chance I get, anybody being mean to you? What's going on with you? You can tell me anything. So just check on your people because sometimes the bully is getting too much attention. They get the mentoring, let's give them activities, all of that. Yeah, that's cool. Get it. Understand. Necessary. But who's checking on the person that's being bullied that can't even open up their mouth and say nothing? They depressed, they suicidal. You don't know why their grades is low. You don't know why they lashing out. And when they blow up like a bomb, everybody's looking like, well, the bully. No, check on the person that's being bullied because people who grow up being bullied will sometimes turn out to be very angry. Hurt people. So that's my spiel for today.
Absolutely.
I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Really do.
Thank you,
I
Nicole.
appreciate y'all giving me the time. I love y'all.
Love you
love
more.
you too.
But yeah, that's just like with
so
my bully.
True. That's so true.
With my bully, I never forget. His name was Emmanuel. He bullied everybody, though. He bullied everybody. I come up from the walk to school, being able to walk to school. Went to Keith Avenue as elementary school, right? And every time, everybody would knew, there go Emmanuel. He would stand there and he'd be hitting his fists. Like, we knew that the little bag of candy that we got from Wade Supret, you get what I'm saying? The popcorn is going to get taken, the Cheetos and the chips and all of that, and our little now laters and
all your little candy.
Mike and Ike, Jolly Joes, all that. It was all in jeopardy when we had to walk past him. And if we had any little change, he was going to get that.
Your change too?
That belonged to him. And so that happened. That happened, right? And so again, I had people in the community in the neighborhood that ended up saying, Blow, what's going on? I was like, man, every day, man, he taking my stuff, man. He just be, and he be punching people, and you don't be wanting to get punched because he's bigger than all of us.
Yeah.
It's like they had these little beanbag things back in the day, right? Where you could punch them and they would wobble, but they wouldn't, like a weeble wobble, but it was a balloon thing. And they taught me how to defend myself, not to just go beat up people,
right?
But just to be able to defend myself.
Yourself. Yeah.
So I was like Rocky, just training, dun, 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 and get my courage together. And I'm a southpaw. I'm left-handed.
Yeah, me too.
So, okay, see what I'm saying? Shout out to southpaws. Yeah, we always in the right frame of mind.
Yes, we are.
The brain comes to
yes.
But so I was like, okay, all right. So I felt like I was ready. They told me, okay, you ready. So don't go to use this to just abuse people and pick fights and all of that. I'm like, nope, not going to do that. But when he was there and everybody that was with me, because we all kind of had a group of kids that lived in the area because I was on 14th and Keith. And we all would walk to school, meet up at this corner or whatever, and we all walked to school together, boys and girls. I got there and all of the other kids, they was like, we get ready to cross the street. I was like, I'm not. I had my bag just ready, greasy and everything. And I walked straight and stayed on the same side of the street because he stayed in that corner house.
Right.
And he was sitting there hitting his fist like, it's, you know what time it is. You're like, give me your candy and give me your bag. And what money? Give me your money. I said, I ain't. I literally said, I ain't. And then he kind of huffed up. And with everything in me,
David and Goliath.
I just was like, you know what? And it was like, because they told me, they said, just punch him in the nose. Real hard. And so I was like, and I just brought it in, and it seemed like I came from down south, like Richard Pryor say, came all the way up through, and I punched him in the nose hard. His nose immediately started bleeding, and he started crying like he was a baby. And then from that point forward, I was like the hero, and we never crossed the street again to the other side or tried to go through a different alleyway to get to school because it was like the bully had been conquered. And he wasn't bullying people after that.
I bet he was.
So I get it. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. Truth Nation, we see you all on our Truth Talk text lines at 833-212-1017. We'll try to get to as
99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
More of Truth in the Morning is next on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
Welcome, Black Truth Nation. Truth in the Morning. I am the legendary Homer Blow, along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman.
This morning, we've been talking, all morning long, we've been talking about this Carmelo Anthony, 19-year-old, on trial for murder, was convicted by a jury of not his peers, and now sentenced to 35 years.
35 years.
And so the conversation is ongoing. But, Bailey, you had something you wanted to get to. And callers, we see you. We will be to you in just a moment.
So our previous caller was talking about being bullied. And then you gave your bully story. So I'm going to give it my quick mom. I'm not saying that I went without bullying as a child, because I did. But I also had 6 brothers and sisters that, was true to the game. So, but my son, when he was in kindergarten, this is in kindergarten. And, I found out his teacher was really elderly.
Okay.
lady, and she said that there's a child in the class that's actually bullying the whole class.
Mm-hmm.
And she tried to get after him, but it's not, and he would especially bully my child.
Mm.
I was like, what?
Right.
I said, Kendall, why didn't you say nothing? And he just was looking at me with his little eyes, and I was like, oh, we got this.
Right.
So after I found out the next morning, I walked him to class, because I walked him to class every day when he was in kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
But I went into the classroom, and as I walked him in, the little boy was in the coat room. You know how they have the little coat room?
Yeah.
And he was in there bullying some little girl.
Wow.
Trying to take her little stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, wait a minute. What's your name? And then he said his name. Because the minute I walked in there and saw that, it threw him off.
Mm-hmm.
That I would say, wait a minute, what's your name? And he told me his name, and I said, let me tell you something. And I said, this is my son. This is Kendall Dudley. And he was like, okay. I said, you better not touch my baby.
Mm-hmm.
You hear? You better not touch him. You better not touch any other child in this classroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I already had told the little girl to go sit down. And I told him, I said, you know what? If I come back here and you doing that, we going to call your mama. What your mama going to say? And he's like, she going to give me a whoop. I said, well, you know what? You better stop, because if I come up here, and you see me every morning, don't you? He was like, yes. I said, if I come up here and I see you cutting up again, I'm going to call your mama. And then you really going to get it. I said, now you go in here and you sit down. I walked him to his seat.
Mm-hmm.
And the teacher was like, she was smiling real big. I said, you better be good all day, all week, all month, all year. He was like, okay. Or else I'm coming up here and we calling your mama.
Well, had that been PWKs before we go to the True Talk text lines.
It's a different era. So we didn't really have PWKs.
We had parents then, right, or guardians or foster parents or whatnot. They would have been, they would have told you, yeah. And my mama going to come up here and pop you, too. I'm just saying, it's a different time.
It's a different time.
True Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. The caller, great morning, love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation about 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony. What's your truth?
Great morning, and salute to you guys. I'm sad to hear that this young man is a victim of sentence disparity in this country. If you really just step back and think about the fact that this young man, who, if he was white, would get self-defense like Kyle Rittenhour did in Wisconsin.
Yes.
So this is not just a problem. This is all across the country.
Yes.
He was sentenced to twice as much time as Derek Chauvin, the man who lynched George Floyd in the street.
Correct.
And another thing that I thought about is how we are all one mistake or one emotion away from the same thing. I remember having a neighbor who was in a very similar scenario, Homer, since you guys are talking about things from growing up, who was followed to his home after a football game. It was just a football game in the park. And these two kids were a lot bigger than him, and they were from out of town, I think, Racine or Chicago or something. They were relatives of one of our other neighbors, and were threatening to beat him up in front of his house, in front of his sister. This guy went in the house, good kid, smart kid, athlete, and he was just seconds away from doing the same thing. And these two kids, as a matter of fact, they weren't twins, but they were just two towering kids who looked just alike, who were brothers. And his sister yelled out to him, don't do it, his younger sister. And at that point, like to your point, some elders came outside, which, weren't there for Carmelo Anthony, because I believe there were coaches present when these two big kids were bullying him, and they could have stopped it and said, you're not going to put anybody out in the ring. So I'm saddened about this. I think the details that the previous caller spoke of will come out. This young man was nearly a 4-point student. He probably did everything else right in his life, was from a fantastic family, because immediately when this came out, the white people in Texas who are racist wanted to ask, was he a
a kid in a single-parent home. He has a fantastic, loving, caring father who's a business owner in the community, a mother who I believe is an educator, and they're a beautiful family that has been victimized by the fact that one family chose to raise their sons as bigots.
Yeah.
That part.
And now that family has lost a son because of their bigotry.
Exactly.
So I think we need to peel some more details will come out, and hopefully he, won't spend as much time behind bars.
Thank you, caller. We appreciate you. We're going to Kathy on the True Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. Thank you all for your patience. You hear the story. What's your truth, Kathy?
My truth is that sometimes people think they can move in any neighborhood. When you got a neighborhood that's not 80% white in that town, you think you're doing your child a favor, but you're really not. So you got to look at a little more diversity in those towns. You got to talk to your kids how de-escalating stuff instead of carrying a knife in your bag. The bullying is a serious thing, but bullies can't get anywhere without people egging them on and following behind them. Because he or she is by themselves at a school that's walking in the hallway, that bully probably wouldn't say nothing to that person they normally say something to, because they got to have a crowd to egg them on. Okay, we had bullies at school. My dad would invite everybody over to our house to play on the ground, swings and everything, except for the bully. Well, the bully passed by anyway one day, and guess what we found out? His daddy was beating his mama up. So he's seen the same thing happen. Probably his kids or his brothers and sisters was getting beat up. So he had a lot of anger in him, and they tried to the weakest link. And they have people behind them following them, so they egg him on and laugh. So that just makes him do more. But you got to watch moving around different suburbs and places you want to live at, especially going down there in that South like that. And then, from what I understand, the family was good friends of the judge anyway. But you don't have the right to take someone else's life. And he didn't realize it till later, or they said he was in the wrong tent. Each team has its own tents or whatever. But don't take a knife to school like that on you, okay? Let your parents know. And just move around to a different tent. I would have got out of there, especially when they were trying to tell the guy, hey, that's not fair. He could stay here. Those white kids weren't going to say that. So don't bring your kids to the area think I'm going to give them a better education and a better life to live. You got to make sure it's a little more diversified. I was just following up on another show in another state, and that's the same thing. You can't do that. He wasn't going to get no small sentence for that, okay? I got up out of that tent. Hey, I'm in the wrong tent. I'm going. So people can put whatever spin they want to put on there. But a bully can't be a bully if he ain't got nobody with him, okay? They got to have a crowd. Because when you're being bullied, somebody that's been find you in the hallway, he had other people behind him so you can bully him.
All right, Kathy.
Okay? But people, right.
Yep.
Sound good.
Thank you very much. Kathy, I'm sure it's probably because she's in a work environment, but she sounded like she was having a conversation with Harriet Tubman.
Leave Kathy alone.
All I'm saying is,
she kind of had to whisper. Yeah, she did have to whisper.
We're going to have to wade in the water.
Okay.
And as we wade in the water, and I know
you stop it,
I know
Howard.
Blake Gump was there because he's our next caller.
Oh, Blake.
So now I can help you if you going to do. Wait till you see my path. Wait till you see my path. Wait till you see my path.
Okay.
I'm going to get you to freedom.
You
Blake Gump, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. What's your truth, bro?
I was trying to bring in the remix.
Okay.
No, what's happening, family? Cooler heads need to prevail. Adults once again, adults need to be reprimanded, and they're not being reprimanded properly, and they need to be held accountable, no matter what state it is. That's why I became a teacher, because I was a badass kid. I was terrible. I got 4 whoopings a day at home. I was one of them kids that I got permission. I got permission to get whooped from people because they knew I was bad. So as far as being a bully, I never was. I was always Monica's little brother or Blake's little cousin. And then we started moving around, and I went from Phillip to Sherman to Congress. And this dude named Jimmy Swanigan, his name used to be Butch, like on Little Rascals. And I wore some pro wings. I took a spot on the basketball court on the team, and dude just thought I was a buster because I had corduroys on, and I ain't had that much. Man, he knocked my books out of my hand, and his brother called in one day. I was on WNOV. They was like, man, is this Blake? I called Blake. I'm like, yeah. He said, man, you put a whooping on my brother. He talk about that whooping to this day. And and that like changed me into, that's how I became my own identity as a person when we were living in Parkland, jumping the creek and, doing stupid stuff. But I hate that people are allowing these children to express themselves in violence.
You got about 30 more seconds, Blake. Go.
Violence and killing is easy. It's better to breathe and let God handle it. But if you mistreat it and disrespect it, don't let anybody hurt y'all. I love y'all.
All right. Thank you very much. We are up on our break right now, so we thank you. Truth Nation, 833-212-1017. I'm the legendary home of Blow, along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman,
inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. We got to pay these bills, and we'll be black.
Don't touch that dial. Truth in the Morning will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Educators Credit Union is more than a place to manage your money. They're where your financial possibilities take shape. They're more than transactions. They're
Welcome, Black Truth Nation.
He's playing a lot of good old days Kanye songs when Kanye was Kanye.
Yeah.
It's before,
going through some of the mental health issues.
Yeah.
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 That part.
Good old days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, before the whole Kim Kardashian situation.
Some things they say will drive you.
That's what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've heard.
So that part. But we've been talking about 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony this morning, and what we were thinking would be, maybe a couple of segments.
Yeah.
Ended up really taking over the show.
Mm-hmm.
And Truth Nation, we are here for you and with you. So as long as we want to discuss it, we're going to discuss it.
Hey, what's the poll looking like?
What was the final numbers on the poll, Xavier, percentage-wise of justified or not, the sentence?
74% say yes, and 26% say, I
was going to say.
74% say no, and 26% say yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, because I was like, whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was a paradigm shift like I wasn't expecting.
Right, exactly.
Like, we're going to learn today. Let's see. On the Truth YouTube page. Again, remember, while you're there, hit that like and subscribe button as we are on the road to 8,000 subscribers. So Carmelo went into the rival's tent. They told him to leave. Instead of just leaving, he decided to threaten the boy when they tried to get him out and stabbed him. Sounds justified. She was like sarcasm.
Oh.
Right. Saying
Right.
Like it was just sad. That's how it went. It's like you're going to learn today. We need another BTM Truth Nation. Women got that pressure. That's what Mahdi was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Anita Nicole said, I have a pull-up family, and they stayed showing up when I was younger, but that doesn't change the impact of being bullied, especially when you're caught alone. And she said, and as she's laughing, which so many people were, they were like, and leave Kathy alone. But other people were just laughing because it was like, yeah, you were spot on, Blow.
Yeah.
You were spot on. Don't say nothing.
Okay.
So Bailey, you got something on the Truth Talk text line?
Well,
833-212-1017.
Ray wanted to remind people that the track meet was not segregated. Anthony had every right to enter that tent. And maybe the attorney, Mr. Howard, did not point that part out. And you know what? To the person that was on YouTube with the sarcasm.
Yes.
He was attacked by the boy and his brother.
Correct.
And he was a little
Two
something.
people on him.
Two people on him. He was actually attacked by. And, he had every right to be in the tent. They took his items and threw them out of the tent. right?
Yep. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, and it's just a whole scenario that wasn't right from the beginning. Now, I'm not saying that he had a right to stab him. I wish he didn't do that.
Right.
We wouldn't even be having this conversation had he not done that.
Well, and that comes with having a weapon on you.
Yes.
Because, again, if you are being attacked by two individuals, and they're football players.
Right.
Mind you, football players.
Big dudes.
Yeah, so, and you're not so big. And you are being perhaps beaten down by these two football players. And you're looking for, listen, it's fight or flight, right?
Right.
So it's almost like, according to what era you came up in, sometimes your mother or your father may grab the nearest thing to them.
Right. That's true.
And that's what you're going to start your discipline off with.
Yeah.
It may not be the only thing,
right,
but they're going to start it out with that. So if you remember, like, oh, I got this utility knife with me. Maybe this can help me because right now they beat my ass, and they're jumping me. What do I have anything that could try to help me get out of this situation? And at that particular time, I don't think you're thinking about the future of it all. You're thinking of, let me get these people off me. I think about people who are in domestic violence situations. And it's like, what do I do to get this? If it's a woman that's being abused, what do I do to get this big ass man? Or even if he's not big, but he's stronger than her, what do I do to get him off of me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if that means feeling around for something because your airwaves are being,
right,
you're being choked,
yeah,
and you find something and you just hit them with it. Now, maybe your intent was not to kill that man,
right,
but it was about your survival at that time. So I think that, people got to kind of look at, what would you do in that kind of situation?
Right.
Again, but carrying a knife onto a sporting ground or schools or anything like that is not justifiable. And I think that's the thing. It's I don't know if there was anything else that he could have done, but I don't know. They would have had to get me for gouging their eyes out or something like that.
It kind of
you know what I'm saying?
It kind of makes me think about the scenario we had recently here in Milwaukee, where the young lady ended up shooting.
Yeah.
Or allegedly shooting because they said she didn't have any gun residue on her.
Right. But, but she made a lie, which she shouldn't have made, in my opinion. And it was some wild stuff. She makes it sound like she did, but it was definitely self-defense.
Yeah. They didn't charge her.
I know, because it was self-defense.
So, I mean, a gun to me is just as lethal as a knife.
Yeah. And she came to the situation with two guns, though.
Yeah.
So
he had a pocket knife.
Yeah. But I'm just saying.
I mean, one isn't any better than the other, and both scenarios are wrong.
Yeah,
but
I guess my thing is, I'm not going to a party if I feel like I got to take two guns with me.
That part.
I'm not going.
No,
so
if I feel like I have to bring any type of weapon other than maybe some pepper spray,
right,
to defend myself, I'm not going.
Right.
I ain't got time.
Right. Because it's already bad enough that if you have your CCW or if you're open carry, that you like, look, I got it with me.
Yeah.
I got it with me. That's one thing. But if I know, like, hey, man, you better make sure you got it on you when you come to this. I ain't going. I'm not going.
It's not for me.
It's not.
Have fun, y'all.
That part. Bailey, we have come to another end where we get to do our wrap-ups now. What do you have to say before we get into the award-winning Truth with Sherwin Hughes from 9 to noon?
I want to say love your kids. Look out for them. Have those conversations that need to be had. Let them know it's not that serious. It is not that serious for you to lose your life or the time on your life. Let them know, and people with kids, stop being people with kids.
Right. Become parents.
Become parents. Become parents and do what you can do to correct the scenario now.
Yeah. You can love your kids, but you ain't got to try to be friends with them and try to be cool.
Yes.
Just because they may not be, you're not much older than your children. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But no, you still have to parent.
Yeah, you can do it.
It's accountability.
It is, and do it before it's too late.
That's right. Before you sit in the courtroom crying, they not doing that. Yes, they did.
Exactly,
Yes, they did.
exactly. Other than that, trust God. Do